Meredith Shaw with you here on Breakfast Television. So glad you're with us right now for this conversation. It is an important one and one that I'm sure so many of us are dealing with. Raising teens and young adults, it can be daunting, but there is help out there. Joining us this morning with advice on how to manage, how to cope when your teen is going through troubled times is Leanne Lewis, Executive Director of HOPE, a volunteer organization for parents of troubled youth. Thank you so much for being here.
Well, thank you for having me this morning, Meredith.
Yeah, and I know you have personal experience with the subject matter, so this is really sort of near and dear to your heart.
It is.
And your desire to help is really fierce. I can feel that from you, so thank you for that. Let's talk about some of the mistakes that we make as parents when we're trying to kind of bond with our kids that maybe are having trouble, like maybe we're trying to be their best friend, or maybe we're getting upset and sort of raising our voice. What are some of the pitfalls that we find ourselves in?
Well, I think one of the biggest challenges, especially with having teen or young adult children, is sometimes we tend to parent them like when they were small. And kids during this period, they're changing a lot. They're wanting to separate as individuals from their parent. They're having new ideas. They're trying new ideas that their parents aren't used to. And our kids know a lot. They've learned a lot. And so it's helpful for parents to recalibrate and reevaluate their parenting in that context. And especially, you know, accepting that it's natural and healthy for our kids to start wanting to spend less time with us, even though that can be a little difficult.
Yeah, for us and for them, right? I mean,
yes.
It's a change, and change is hard.
And it is, it's a change for both. And a lot of times people say, oh, 1 minute my kid's sitting right beside me on the couch snuggling in, and the next minute they're saying, like, leave me
Get
alone.
away from me.
Yeah.
You're chuggy.
Right.
Stuff like that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so
that's probably chuggy.
Just knowing
said.
that that's normal,
Right.
As opposed to thinking what's wrong, what's going on here.
And what about some strategies we can take once we're feeling a little bit like, okay, this is a new phase. I'm a little out of my depth here. I think my child is struggling a little bit. I don't want to jump in and save the day. I want them to feel that independence. But when do you jump in, and how do you do it?
Yeah, well, look for cues a lot of the time. And that could be maybe the school's calling about some school being skipped, or maybe your child comes up to you and they're just very upset about things that might be going on with a friend. They didn't get invited to a party. So it's kind of, at this stage, more looking for cues and opportunities to come in.
Yeah, listening actively.
Actively listening.
Yeah.
And I would say one of the things as well is, well, active listening is very important, but taking a pause. Because a lot of times when our kids are upset, it kind of starts getting us upset and a little triggered ourselves. And then that can just really get out of hand. So it's taking a moment, grounding yourself, being mindful, oh, right now I'm in my very emotional phase and this isn't optimal. So trying to go into more of a logic phase.
And how do we kind of get rid of any stigma associated with feeling like I'm a parent that messed this up? My child is struggling and this is on me. Like, how do we get out of our heads like that?
Well, one thing I would do is I would assure a parent, you are not alone. I mean, really, every parent struggles in one shape or form with this. I know that there's a lot of stigma associated with kids that are really struggling in school. Maybe have a mental health issue, maybe substance misuse, maybe in conflict with the law. That can be very stigmatizing, but I would just reassure parents that a lot of parents go through this. And there are people out there, like HOPE, to support those parents.
Well, let's speak about HOPE. And this is an organization that has helped, I mean, thousands of parents in these situations. So what does the organization do, and how can people seek help?
Okay, so HOPE was founded in 2008, so we have a lot of experience. We are a not-for-profit with a network of support groups. They're peer support groups, so it's other parents in the groups.
Yeah, parents helping parents.
Parents helping parents. And those parents come with all of the things I just talked about: mental health concerns, conflicts with the law, substance misuse, addiction, including to technology, their child not moving forward with life. So those are the types of things people come for. And, you know, you come in the room, you'll see there's people from all walks of life, all background, all family styles.
Yeah, really welcoming.
Welcoming, it's an inclusive environment. And I would encourage anybody to reach out. There's no pressure. If you reach out to find out more, there's never any pressure to join.
Okay, and where can people do that? Because I think we want to hear that for sure. on
Yes,
TV.
so
Yeah.
the best way to do that is visit our website,
Okay.
which is www.hope4parents.ca.
Hopeforparents.ca. Leanne,
Yes.
thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Excellent information, things that we can all use, ending the stigma and really getting the help we need as parents for our kids. There's more BT coming up right after this.